Inside the charred carcass of the Almaty mayor's office, a massive cleanup is now underway. By hand and by machine, work has started to repair the damage caused by violent protests that gripped Kazakhstan. CNN is the first media outlet allowed inside to survey the extent of the damage. The authorities have brought in dozens, if not hundreds, of workers to clean up the aftermath of what were those street battles here in Kazakhstan's largest city of Almaty. And it's really remarkable to see the full scale of the destruction here in the mayor's office. As the authorities here say, rioters entered this building and set fire to all of it. Kazakhstan's officials say they were dangerously close to losing control, not just here in Almaty, but other places across the country. Kazakhstan's president said protests that were originally against high fuel prices were hijacked by what he calls, quote, terrorists. He issued a shoot-to-kill order and summoned an international military force led by Russia.
We prevented dangerous threats for our country's security. As part of the counter-terrorist mission, we are trying to identify people who committed those crimes.
The government says things are now largely under control, and there is evidence of that across the city. Life is almost back to normal. The Russian-led military force has started its withdrawal, although that process is set to take another 9 days. But authorities say their crackdown will continue. Around 10,000 people have been detained and more than 160 killed. Opposition activist Janbolat Mamay was at the protests. He says things started peacefully, but then he too was beaten by what he calls provocateurs. He provided us with this video seeming to show what happened, and these photos of what he looked like after the attack. Mamay says he believes the rioting was a pretext for a violent crackdown.
The government decided to slaughter their own people. And the one more great problem, I think, that it was done not only with the help of Kazakhstani security forces, but with the interference of Russian troops.
Kazakhstan's leadership denies attacking peaceful protesters and says they've launched a full investigation into who was behind the violence that erupted. Meanwhile, the country's president has vowed to improve people's living conditions and rebuild the sites damaged as fast as possible.